And he was 4 miles away. He says, "Oh, I just don't feel like going 4 miles.
Are you serious? Wow.
Yeah. And he was like, "Oh, that would be great." And it wasn't a massage I wanted to do. I wanted to give him a massage like I normally do.
Right.
And he was like, "Well, I just want you to like massage, my butt with some hot stones." And I'm like, I can do some of that, and you have, we both kind of win in the end. And he would win more than me because I would literally be advertising for him. Like, people on my YouTube are constantly asking, "Oh, what's their Twitter? What's their Instagram? What's their blah blah blah?" I don't ever put Twitter links up because Twitter's too much porn. Yeah. So I don't want someone to go to a link from my YouTube and they just see like penis.
No, I agree.
But I'm like, hey, I would put your Instagram up or your TikTok, and if you have a link there, and they say, "Oh, go to your OnlyFans," they can see your video. But he was like, "I don't feel like going 4 miles."
Wow.
And I've just had this over and over and over again with guys who do OnlyFans.
They definitely have an attitude. I have an OnlyFans.
Mm-hmm.
I did a few collaborations.
Yeah.
But I'm not doing collaborations anymore.
Yeah.
It is complicated working with them. It's the ones that are doing fully.
Yeah. And then one guy, he was gonna charge me like as much as you, and I was like, "Oh, this is, I would pay that," because he was like, I would pay more, but I wouldn't tell him that. But I was like, he was perfect, like, because for me, it's better to work on someone who's kind of older.
Yeah.
I mean, one, I can't, when I post on Instagram, oh my God, what the heck is that?
What?
Ooh. Like a mosquito or something got in there. Sorry about that.
No, you're fine.
I don't like insects.
I got you.
But yeah, so older. I would prefer to work on older men,
right?
Because the older people have more money. So like, if I work on a guy who's older and he's in really good shape, then like older people are like, "Oh, if I get a massage, I can look like that." And then younger guys are like, "Oh, I want to look like that when I get older." And it's kind of like the best of both worlds.
Right.
And he was in amazing shape for like his age. He was like, I think he was like in his 50s, maybe almost 60, and very good looking. But he just had the biggest attitude. And I even saw on, I think his Twitter or something like that, he posted something like, "Oh, I'm a Southern boy at heart, but I have a New York attitude if you annoy me." I'm like, no.
Oh, and then he like blogs about it.
Yeah, and then he like blocked me because it was weird. He's done this multiple times. He puts up when he's traveling here, "Oh, I'm gonna be on here on this date or that date," but then he'll change the date. And so I'm trying to like, you say, "Oh, look, what day can we meet?" And he's like, "Well, I'm not there yet." I'm like, "Oh, I just saw, on your page, you said you're gonna be here that day." And he, instead of like saying, "Oh, I changed it," he just gets upset and blocks me. But when I first encountered him, he literally was complaining on Twitter like, "Oh, why are there no hot guys who want to, shoot with me for my OnlyFans?" And I'm like, it's probably your attitude.
Yeah.
Because you are like insanely good looking.
It's that attitude breaks the whole thing or makes it even better.
And so he's like really good looking, and like there are people who work hard. Like there's this one guy, I would pay him like a lot of money. His name is Jack Wolf.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever seen him.
Yeah.
He is massive. Just his body just doesn't even make sense.
Yeah. I've seen him.
But I've been looking at his Twitter. Like the last year, he just basically traveled around the world, shooting like content with people. Like literally, he just left Brazil, and I didn't catch him when he was here in Houston. But like literally, if you just look at his Twitter, it was like, "Oh, I'm gonna be in LA. Oh, I'm gonna be in Sao Paulo. I'm gonna be in Miami. I'm gonna be here." He just basically traveled around the world like shooting content.
Nice. Oh fuck.
And it's just so weird to me because, like I said, a lot of the people who watch me on YouTube, most of the people who watch me on YouTube are thirsty. So, they really do like, they will go to someone's Instagram page if they're attracted to the person. And sometimes they'll DM the person. Like that one person I've massaged a few times, he's like, people have gone to my page and like, "Oh, I like your work." And I'm like laughing. I'm like, he didn't do anything. Like, I'm the one who did all the work. Okay,
Yeah.
tuck that in a little bit more. One thing I will say, because YouTube does not allow nudity, if you have any nudity, they will.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you that. How do you get away with like full massage, like nude massage?
So like I don't do new. What the heck is that? Oh my god, what is that? That is ugly. Okay, great. I'm gonna have a whole video of me like shooing away some like skinny flying insects. Sorry. But so I don't like do new massage because like again, like literally can't in Texas.
Right.
In Texas, your butt crack and your genitals have to be covered, and if you're a woman, your breasts have to be covered. But with YouTube, it's what I do is educational, and a lot of people watch my stuff just to like relax.
Gotcha.
It's kind of like Instagram, you know. If you can be a bodybuilder on Instagram, and you can sit there and like, oh, I'm going to show you how to do this exercise, but 80% of the people who are watching are just like, oh, you have a great chest. Like they don't care about what you're teaching them.
Yeah.
They're just gawking at like how hot you are. And that's kind of how this is for me. Like most people who watch my videos don't care about the technique or anything. They're like, oh, is the guy like really hot?
Yeah, well, it's part of the publicity.
Yeah.
Marketing.
But I have a smaller group who actually do care about the massage.
Right.
And so the way I see it, the more people who like are like, oh, he's like really hot and watch it, then the algorithm pushes it to more people, and then I can get more of those people who want to watch me because they actually care about massage.
Right.
Like I said, people were very thirsty, so I hit that 4,000 hours and 1,000 followers before the end of the year.
Gotcha. Well, good for you.
But I don't make that much on YouTube because
YouTube is just weird. It's just too many aspects to what it really counts towards earnings when it comes to the advertising on the video.
Mm-hmm.
Like the amount of time it's being watched by the people that is watching the video, and then the clicks if they actually get engaged into the ad, and then they go to the ad page, and then they actually make a purchase, and it's a little bit too complicated. So that there's so many factors that play into the actual profit of
what's actually even more important is that it's like where are they located. You make a lot more money if people in the U.S. watch than in India, because the ads they're playing in India are much cheaper because you get a percentage of the actual ad income. So yeah, it's like it's complicated. I have videos that have played like I think my video that has over 500,000 views only has $100. I mean $100 more than a video that has 240,000 views.
Gotcha.
But it's just the show like one video I make a certain amount per 1,000 views, another I make a certain amount per 1,000 views. It's just really complicated.
Well, as long as it's already monetizing, and
yeah, it's just a little extra change.
Yeah.
Also, it kind of it just kind of makes it less because when I work on someone, I can't work on someone who's paying me.
Okay.
So if somebody wanted to come in at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock tonight, I couldn't work on them because I'm working on you. So that's like money I'm not making.
Yeah.
So like YouTube kind of just makes that a little less expensive for me.
Gotcha.
And I don't give the people what they want on purpose. Like,
Gotcha.
because I noticed this one guy I work on, he's a huge bodybuilder. And almost like most of the videos I have him in don't get nearly as many views as you would think. But you know, he's wearing underwear, and like bodybuilders, whenever they come in for whatever reason, they normally just leave their underwear on and just lay on the top sheet.
Are they straight usually?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, yeah, and those are the nicer ones. They don't give me as much attitude, like they're better than me or something. I don't. I try to. I don't like people in Houston. I try to tell people like I'm from Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
If you're very attractive, I'm not all that impressed.
Yep.
Like literally, I used to work at a Starbucks in Fort Lauderdale, and the milk delivery guy looked like Tyson Beckford.
Really?
Yeah. So it's like being attractive, sitting in a chair because he's old and can't do anything.
Whoa.
And like that was like one of the best compliments I've ever gotten in my entire life. I'm like, that's why I do what I do. Like I want people to be like, after I get a massage from you, I can be the person I like want to be. And I don't want a bunch of guys coming in here wiggling their butt when they're on the table. Which is what they do. They think they're being like
sexy.
No, well, some of them probably do. They think they're being like sly with it, like, oh, he doesn't know. But it's like, yeah, we know exactly what you're doing. Like when they're trying to arch their back, which is one of the things they'll do, they don't understand their body. So they don't understand that when they arch their like back and try to like push their butt in the air, they have to contract their hamstrings. So I have a guy who has like no muscular definition, and I'm working on him, and then all of a sudden his hamstrings are like a rock. And it's like, yeah, you're pushing your butt in the air. And I wish they would legalize prostitution so I can just tell someone, go to this person instead of me.
Oh.
I'm not trying to sleep with you. I'm trying to make you scream for an hour. So then the next day when you go to the gym, you can lift more.
I used to do a lot of collaborations. I was doing a lot, like 3 years ago or something like that. And then it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It really is a lot of work. Fuck.
Is it like the coordination or?
Everything. So you have to sync you know, because you have a market.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever uh, other model it's gonna work for that market,
Mm-hmm.
that's that's a task.
Okay.
Then you find that person, make sure he's gonna be in the same city,
Yeah.
schedule, timing, traveling. Then after that, editing,
Mm-hmm.
and then you OnlyFans just got really even more strict with release forms and identity.
That makes a lot of sense.
So it's really really hard to, let's say, like someone doesn't want to show their face.
Yeah.
Uh, okay, and then I cannot use the material.
Really?
Regardless, yes,
Huh.
because he can sign a release form and it's gonna get like loop into the system
Mm-hmm.
just for a little bit, but then especially the U.S. government is gonna ask for like that person's identification in order to make sure that he was the one consenting. You know, so yeah, they got super strict with that. There is no nothing that would represent violence.
Yeah.
Uh, so like no fisting, no big toys. You can show poppers on the video. You cannot show lube either.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
And the lube, it's really just marketing and advertising situation.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. Well, I guess they didn't expect to be so of such a big magnitude at some point.
Yeah.
So they didn't expect. They were not expecting all the, you know, the money that was getting moved and then claimed for. You know.
Yeah, because I was listening to a podcast years ago and I found out that the reason why OnlyFans pays more to creators than just for fans is because OnlyFans actually technically is not a porn site.
Yeah, no.
And so just for fans is a porn site, and so like the people who
just make sure that you're clear that it's not any sexual content. It's just educational material. You know.
Yeah. But honestly, like I wouldn't be putting up videos differently from what I do. Like there's this one guy, forget his name. He's a black guy in Atlanta, and his videos are like super risque. Like his basically his videos are like they're basically porn.
Yeah.
And so he does like a lot of porn stars and like some OnlyFans people who do OnlyFans. And like they're nude the entire time. They're like erect most of the time. He makes sure that he doesn't touch them, so like, you don't see that. But like it's basically porn. And like even sometimes like they'll like have sex, like oh so and so his boyfriend are here, and like they're having sex on the table like he's like working on them.
Yeah.
It's like it's very interesting, but so it's like I'm like this is really more porn than massage.
Yeah, I mean, really, their strong market is the one that's looking for porn.
Mm-hmm.
That's why there was a big crisis with OnlyFans and all the porn sites.
Yeah.
I think 2 years ago. I want to say. That's
yeah. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Say what?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. They almost got rid of porn and people freaked out.
Yeah. That's what OnlyFans got really strict with a lot of things, you know. So yeah. If there's like a so they would put your video down.
They really are strict.
Yeah. So that's one of the reasons I stopped doing collaborations.
Just got to be too much.
It's too much to deal with, you know. And then you can make a lot of money, but you have to be very constant.
Yeah.
So if you fail your market for like 1 week, it's gonna go down drastically. So it's like okay.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense because people are paying you, and like somebody's only.
Yeah, you're messing with their people's money at that point. So it's people's money.
Yeah, some people. I mean, some of these OnlyFans models they charge as much as Netflix. But you're obviously not getting as much as if you would get on Netflix.
Exactly.
You're not getting tens of thousands of videos.
But it's still being a residual income.
Yeah.
So I mean, right now it's a lot of solo material, like full nudes that you can post on Instagram, things like that. But I keep it very classy, very artsy.
Yeah.
Per se. I would not go into like the vulgar, you know, like the dirty side of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I mean, it's still there. People still subscribe, and I checked it this morning, and I got like 3 or 4 subscribers. So it still generates money.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that just got to the point that you now you have to have a release form, you have to have their ID. If not, they're not other creators. They really have to identify themselves with all this legal. It's like it's too much.
I know a lot of it's partly because of child porn.
Yeah.
Like I know.
Did you hear the case?
No, but I know a few years ago, Pornhub got rid of almost all the videos on their sites because of I think I wasn't sure if it was the government or like their credit card processors were like, you have too much child porn and we're gonna cut you off. So they like basically got rid of almost all the videos, and it basically was like you had to be verified to post something on there.
Yeah, you still have to be verified. Everything started because this group of people were not convinced that it. I cannot really tell because I wasn't part of the video, anyways. There was like a scene with this girl literally said that she was under 18.
Yeah.
So that's completely illegal. Some people didn't believe it, so they went against that.
Yeah.
So they put up a whole group of lawyers, and then that's what it was about to shut down. And then they found out that there was a lot of that type of material there, so they that's why they were slowing down that.
I had no idea they were getting very strict about what you can post on there.
Oh yes.
I know there's also Patreon. I only found out recently that people sell porn through Patreon, but I've never actually like supported anyone through Patreon, so I have no idea like
how it works.
Yeah. I'm not sure how I'm gonna break this video up. I've done a lot of work on your legs. Also, like if I pay someone, I don't massage their back. Those are my least watch videos. So it's kind of like not worth it. It's crazy though. Like the spread on like my videos that are watched.
Yeah.
I have some videos that will get like 800 views. Not like it's pretty rare at this point because I have 23,000 YouTube followers and subscribers. But I have some, like, one video recently, I guess they just didn't like him at all. He got 800 views in like 2 days.
Oh,
and then I have, videos that have like, 2, 3, 4, 500,000 views. One thing I will say is, like, if you're ever on YouTube, they're very they will let you know their opinion.
But yeah, their opinion in it.
So like if someone gets erect, I will put like a sticker over it, or if they just even have like just a big bulge.
Yeah.
Because that's not what my videos are about. And they will like even go to my Instagram page and tell me like, I expect you when you put up the compilation video, I better not see that sticker. And it's like all of my videos are advertisements.